Welcome back, 2023.
Yeah, Happy New Year.
Well, it's not 2023.
No, it's
It's
When
not
this is
that.
released, it will be the New
What are you
Year.
talking
okay,
about?
Happy New
It's-
Year. Yeah.
It is
Alright.
When this goes
currently
live.
New Year's Eve when we're recording this.
Well,
We talk in
I totally missed that one.
We talk in context of when it's going to be posted.
So you're lying.
Well, Happy New Year, everyone.
This is Jackson, he's a delight.
And this is Jessie.
And these are our boyfriends. And we're all cramped into a little apartment at the moment, so we thought we would talk about... Actually, it's a pretty spacious apartment, but still more cramped, so we thought we'd bring them into our episode this week.
Ben
Yeah.
roped into it.
Yeah, they didn't really have a choice.
This could go rogue. We don't know where it
Yeah,
could go.
good.
It already is.
Yeah, it already has.
Shambles already.
Threw a spanner in the works just having you on
Your
here.
face is panic as soon as I started talking. I saw it.
I was like, stop. Oh, well, it is the new year.
Yes.
And we thought it would be too problematic to talk about something like couples for the first time that they're on the podcast. So we're going to talk about New Year's things.
Yes, because that is the vibe that everyone is going through right now.
Yes.
And may as well chat something controversial for the new year because that's just the vibe we're going for today.
Yeah, and I mean, I think Jackson should lead us into
Whoa.
the topic.
Oh, thrown right
Because
under
it
the bus.
was his idea, so...
I'm not changing. Changing nothing. New Year, same me.
So there's a whole thing that's gone around for a couple of years of the new year, new me. And
It's been around for a long time, hasn't it?
yeah,
Everyone's always into it.
yeah, hashtag new year, new me.
For 2 weeks.
They're lying to themselves.
Well, that's alright, which is why we want to chat about it because our aim this year going into 2023 is, yeah, like Jackson said, New Year, say me, because there's no reason that you aren't good enough to be who you are, and why do you have to change just because it's a new year?
Yeah, and if you want to change, just do it whenever.
Yeah.
Just pull off and get it done. Why are we doing it on the first?
Yeah, and I think also it's such a crazy time of year. Like, it's really, really hard to implement like new goals and new habits like at the beginning of January because everyone's on holidays and like, you know, it's all topsy-turvy and some people start new jobs or you do travel and it's just like, how do you even manage that? You know, it's much easier to implement change into your current routines, and I feel like nobody has routines in January. And if you
Other than
do,
the 900 people that go to the gym for the first 2 weeks.
and I mean, like, there's nothing wrong with like feeling that motivation. I just think it's like the mindset needs to change from being like, I get to be a new person on a certain date, and like, as you said, like actually just constantly trying to be a better person or knowing you can do it whenever.
And
Yeah.
don't change yourself for the sake of the new year. It's
Exactly.
just silly, really.
Reevaluate yourself.
Yeah.
It's more or less the time to do it, I reckon.
It is a good time to actually reflect. I do appreciate that. Like when everyone else is doing it, it's like really great to like jump on the bandwagon and like, you know, you actually have like an intention to sit down and do that. And it's a good time to start that habit maybe and like start reflecting. But at the same time, like, you know, if you say for months, I'm going to start next year, I'm going to start on the first. It's just like I'm going to start my workout routine on Monday. And then it's Monday morning and you haven't done it, so you wait till the next Monday. It's kind of just...
Yeah. There's no limits to when you can and cannot level up. So why pigeonhole yourself into the 1st of January and then, you know, when you get to June, you're like, oh, I haven't really done it, I'll just wait till next 1st of January.
Yeah, plus you're trying to do 10 new things all
Yeah.
in one go. You write a big list and do all of them, and then you fail all of them, and then you hate yourself for the rest of the year, and then you try again next year, and then the cycle repeats.
I was actually going to say that, like, when you do the new year, new me thing, it's like a big upheaval. It's kind of like the extreme opposite of 1% better every day,
Yeah.
you know? So it's like, when you try and do everything, it's very hard to stick at anything. But if you actually do like a little bit every day or like little things all through the year, then you can actually make more impactful change.
Yes. Exactly.
And you start the year off with a whole lot of pressure on yourself too. Like, you've started the fresh year and gone, I'm going to change everything, where it's only like the first day of the new year. You don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
That never happens, does it?
And it's
No,
just a
no.
regular day, you know? And if you have like a big New Year's night, then you're like, oh, I feel like the classic example is the fitness thing.
Yeah.
It is the going to the gym for like 2 weeks. And it's, you know, if you say like, I'm going to start hitting the gym in 2023, right? Great, good for you. But sometimes it takes you a while to figure out what form of exercise you like.
Yeah.
Like, and if you say my New Year's resolution is to start the gym and go 5 times a week from 1st of January, and then you go to the gym and you hate it, then you sort of already feel like you've failed.
Yeah.
Like straight up, rather than being like, well, you know, I do want, like, rather than setting an intention for the whole year and be like, I do want to focus on my health more next year, and then knowing that you have the whole year or the whole rest of your life to work on it, and exploring like different types of fitness or like different types of exercise, because I don't know, usually resolutions are really hard and fast.
Yeah, but like try different stuff. Like, don't just sign up to the gym if you hate the gym. Like,
Yeah.
join a soccer team or like just start.
And it's
walks
a
or
bad
something.
time to start too, because everyone else starts at the same time. But I think people need to be a little bit more accepting of the fact that people need to start somewhere too.
Yeah.
Like, you do walk into a gym and you can tell people that always go are like every year.
Yeah.
Same thing happens where 100 people come through and they make people feel uncomfortable that they're there. But everyone has to start somewhere, so
Yeah,
I'm
you're
trying to be
right.
Go help them
supportive
out
of
instead.
you. Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Bring them in.
Yeah,
Give them a reason to keep going, because it's
Yeah.
like a mad atmosphere or whatever.
I feel like some people need or like can use the new year momentum to start something new. And I think like that's great. Like if you use that momentum to be like, actually, this is the perfect time for a clean slate. This is, you know what, that's great, but just don't do too much, because I do think it's like a recipe for failure.
Yeah, I think the biggest game changer for me is a couple of years ago, I changed my mindset from going to the gym like 3 or 4 times a week to adding movement in 3 or 4 times a week, because like there's no right or wrong way to add movement into your life, right? So, you know, maybe it's reframing the way, like reframing your goals into something that is achievable rather than, you know, because most of the time I don't want to go to the gym, but I can handle a walk, right? But that's still achieving the goal.
It's more of an intention then, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like I think I actually did that a few years ago. Like, you know, like I have so many goals. So like I sit down in the new year and I have 2 pages of goals, and it's like you can't do everything. So something that like helped me was I had, okay, these are my 5 goals, or like my 3 goals for the quarter, and you have like your so many goals for the year. And then so that I didn't feel like I was sacrificing the other stuff, my resolutions were like things that I wanted to incorporate more daily, or like little changes. Like I didn't have a goal of I hard and fast want to read X amount of books, but it was like an intention to like I want to maybe start reading more, or like, you know, so I had like overarching focuses that I couldn't fail at, because it was just like try this or do a little bit more. And so it didn't take away from the goals that were really important, because if I made all of those goals, then it would be too many.
Yeah, like don't completely define your goals.
Yeah.
Like, make it something you can't really fail at.
And like let them be like changeable or like moldable.
And you should change during the year. Like what? Like I'm gonna go to the gym for the first 2 months, realize you hate it, and then like change it. Be like, all right, I'm gonna
do Pilates.
Yeah, something like that.
Go for walks.
Yeah.
Go for runs. Start swimming.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Well, I know last year I didn't do resolutions. I actually wrote down a 5-year plan. So a goal for 5 years.
Well, that's good.
And then
how's that going?
Well, I don't have it with me now, but it's on a bit of paper in my sock drawer at the bottom. So at the end of every year I pull it out and I go, okay, didn't get anywhere near that. I need to work on that next year, and then sort of tick it off as I go. Because I don't need to keep adding one every year.
Well, you make more progress over 5 years than over
100%.
1 year, which is why I love to plan 10 years, like 3 to 5 years, and then 1 year.
10 years too long.
That's way too long. No
But you
way.
can change it.
I
You
don't even know
know.
what I'm doing next week, let alone in 10 years.
The thing
It's
with
because
the
Jess
10
has it
year,
all planned for
Yeah,
me.
no,
That's
yeah.
why.
She's just telling me where to pull up.
no, the thing with the 10-year goal, it's not like I need to achieve this, but you know those goals, right? That you're like, oh, I really want that, but it seems so.
Yeah, kind of.
It's an
where you wanna
easier
be.
way to
Yeah.
write it down and feel less pressure to get there, because it's like 10 years, anything could happen in 10 years. And it just like, I think it's more like, because people say like, think about who you want to be at the end of your life. And then that should shape your daily, like how do you want to be remembered? That should shape your daily actions. And for me, that's a bit big. But 10 years, it's like, well, if like, you know, I want to be really like active and mobile.
I'm a Lambo.
That's what you remember for.
I'm being
Lamborghini,
materialistic.
Yeah.
I want to be like able to still like move really well. So it's like one of the reasons, like when I'm going through a really hard like workout, I think, but this is going to help you, you know, when your body isn't as like young anymore.
Yeah.
And so like that kind of helps. But yeah, like the 10, 5, 3, like 1 year, and then because you can make way more change in 5 years than 1 year. But you can still make a lot of change in 1 year.
You can.
I feel like it was January 2022, like yesterday.
Yeah.
So
It's gone very
so
quick.
what just happened?
I feel like something too, as you get older, like the
Yeah, it
years
does.
go past
They fly,
so
yeah.
much quicker.
Yeah.
Yeah. But also,
You've done a lot of shit this year, but
yeah, we've done a lot of things. Like I feel like I'm in a completely different place from last year. And like one of the biggest things that like shapes my year is my word of the year. So that is like kind of easier than like having, like it's a way to have really good personal growth in all areas of your life by choosing like a word or a theme for the year.
Yeah, which we all pressured Jackson into picking a word
What's
the other
your
day.
word? Do you remember your word?
I'm pretty sure it was Lamborghini again.
that's exactly what I'm talking about. No, I don't remember. What was it? You picked it for me.
No, it was wealth.
Oh yeah,
I think.
yeah, wealth. So in other words,
Nice.
supercar.
Well, yeah,
That's what I'm hearing.
it's all down the same track, really, isn't
Exactly.
it? Yeah.
You're in your hustle year. You're getting it done.
You're getting buried in the Lamborghini in like 4 years' time.
Yeah, straight up.
Oh yeah.
That's the dream.
You'll be one of those people that sends all your stuff to space so no one else can have it.
Yeah, no one's having my shit. I earned it. On your own. I'm keeping it. Taking it to the grave.
I'm like worried. I should put this out there.
Because you're not getting any of it, that's why.
I'm keeping everything.
You're like, we're getting a prenup.
Straight up.
He's already got it drafted.
Yeah, he probably does. No.
Ready to go, mate. Just need your signature.
This is like telling. I need a drink of water. Someone else talk for a while.
Well, that was Jackson's word of the year. Jesse, what was your word of the year?
Mine was grow.
Grow.
Yeah. So,
You want
use
to
that.
like get big, like we.
In all aspects.
You want
Yeah, all
yeah,
aspects.
yeah,
Yeah.
like
So
it.
personal life, career, just I don't think you put too much stress on yourself when you just say you want to grow.
Yeah,
like
that's
it's
mad.
day to day, you can just do different things to make yourself better. So
I like it's broad.
I'll grow. Yeah. What was yours?
Mine's thrive.
Oh, I do like that. It's good.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
It is perfect for me this year, I think.
Thrive in all areas.
Get it
Thrive
done,
in all
mate.
years.
Yeah, get it done.
New year, same year. Let's go.
But she thriving.
Just thriving and vibing.
Living life and
Anyways, Jess, what's your word?
abundance.
Yes.
Because I want an abundance of happiness. I want an abundance of, I don't know, growth, success, all that kind of stuff. Like I just feel like everything that I want, I just want to feel like it's in abundance coming to me. And also for that, that's very much a gratitude thing. Like abundance is like basically based on a gratitude mindset. So I really want to just feel abundant and attract the things that I want in bucket loads.
Just bulk cash. That's
Just,
what I'm
I was thinking
thinking.
food. I was thinking
Loads of
food.
cash.
I was just like lots
Make it
and lots
rain.
of
Yeah.
arancini balls and like spaghetti.
On a like talking about arancini balls. Can the rice ones get fucked or what? Bro, give me a mum with potato. Why do they do rice ones? It's miserable.
I don't mind the
I
rice
like
one.
I get
rice
excited and then I'm like, what is this?
Rice is the traditional one.
Isn't arancini? Isn't that what it is? It's a rice. That's what it is. It's a rice ball.
The potato ones are like different, I think.
It's like a gnocchi. It's
They're
like a
like
gnocchi
the
ball.
Aussie places I've been to. Like, they're like, you don't even know what it is.
Yeah.
Just
Well,
stick
I wanted
potato
to
in
get the
it.
Yeah, they
arancini
go-
balls.
they-
Deep fried potato.
Yeah.
What about if we had got the ones at the other restaurant? I didn't get them because they were probably rice and they were full of mushroom. You would have been like,
what
no,
is
not a
this?
vibe.
No. Well, much. Why would you
Oh,
want it?
thinking about end of new year. Did everyone do that end of year recap on Spotify? You get
Yeah.
your 2022 in
I did
review.
actually.
No, I haven't actually.
Yeah.
I did mine.
I'll tell you what, I had some sad periods throughout the year. It was just sad.
Man, this has been a
Yeah,
depressing
yeah.
year,
There's
bro.
a couple of good ones that sometimes you're like, I really need to change up my music. I think, yeah.
It can
Yeah,
be quite humbling.
It is, yeah.
I like go through phases and like it's so funny because it's like there's 1 month of my life, like when I was, driving like a specific place every day for a month and I just listened to the same album because it was the easiest thing to do. Like I was always running late, so I just put the same album on. And because of that, that is my top everything. And it's like, I barely even remember listening to this. And then it's like,
That's because so long ago.
Yeah, very long
It's
ago.
always surprising, but there's always songs in there. You're like, I mean, I didn't listen to it that much.
My favourite thing
Like
is
a Taylor Swift song sneaks in there. You're like, I swear I didn't play that a couple of
Can't
times.
say I've ever had that happen.
Taylor Swift's great.
That's debatable.
But there was this girl and she did this thing and it was like, there's this trend on TikTok where they film like, there's like a karaoke of the song, of someone's song, and then their top song, and you play it and they try and sing along. And this girl, her top song was As It Was by Harry Styles, and she's like, she doesn't know any of the words and she's fully vibing, just singing her own words, and it's hilarious because it's like, that was your top song of the year and you don't know one word from it. That would be me probably.
That's some shit you would do.
Like a cheese stick.
Like a G6.
You know that song?
She's talking about
Like
cheese
a
sticks.
G6.
Did you think that said cheese stick?
No, friends.
Oh,
Although
that's some shit you would do.
my
like.
biggest blunder is that Single Ladies by Beyonce. It's literally called Single Ladies, and I thought it said all the singlets. Oh, the singlets. Oh, the singlets.
Dumbass. Eh?
And I was like, why did I understand? I was like 12. That's not an excuse though.
You could tell me you did that this year and I'd believe it.
And next year as well,
Yeah.
from getting early.
Yeah.
I'm so embarrassed.
Still trying to work it out.
I feel like I'm just blushing so bad. Okay.
Standard. Alright, we're off topic.
Yeah, we are.
Get back on. Back on.
Don't change yourself.
No.
New Year's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just,
I think it's a great time to reflect. But I think that's where we get stuck, is that we reflect and we hate on ourselves and what we didn't achieve, where it's like, well, no, like let's be grateful for what we did achieve this year and acknowledge the fact that you can't control everything and there is no need to modify or change specifically because of how you reflect on this year, if that makes sense. Like this year could have been an absolute roller coaster ride, but that doesn't mean that it wasn't still a good year for you, right?
Yeah.
take the positives out of it.
Yeah.
And like
Yeah.
the hard times is where you grow.
Yeah.
Change when it's right.
I mean, I feel like the biggest game changer that I've experienced in my life is sort of always trying to like change. Like even a few weeks ago we were talking about like, giving yourself the permission to be your best self or to be the person you want to be, and that is very much like something I used to only do like on New Year's.
Yeah.
And like my mindset has changed, that I'm always trying to up level, like every day. It's like, it's just sort of in the back of your mind. And for me that changed by like internal dialogue. Like I say, like even without even thinking, all these positive things to myself. And in doing that, like even 2 weeks ago, like I've changed and grown and like helped myself become close to who I want to be in the last 2 weeks. And that would have never happened this close to the new year, because I used to always just wait, just wait, and then you fail in the first 2 weeks and you get down on yourself. And like to make the biggest change and to get to like where you want in life, honestly, like learning that, to have that mindset all the time is where the change happens, not on January 1st.
I mean, January 1st can be a really good kick up the arse though.
Yeah.
So don't discount it completely, but I mean, just don't get stuck in the
I got to do
trend.
everything now.
Yeah.
If I don't do it all within January, I've failed.
Yeah, exactly.
And there's nothing worse than waking up on January 1st with a hangover. No, there isn't, because you wake up and you're just like, I've wasted the first day of the new year.
Well, we went and saw Sunrise last year.
Yeah,
we
got
went to
early
that
and saw
early.
Sunrise.
That's cool,
That was
yeah.
a good start.
That's
to
cool.
the
Well,
year.
it
That
was
was pretty fun.
shambles trying to find the right
It's good
place
if
to watch
you
it.
wake up, see the sunrise, not if you were awake all night to see the sunrise. A bit of a different feeling.
Yeah.
That was shambles.
Yeah.
The clouds are out. We were like, fuck's sake.
But I think when you get to the end of the year, you know what your weaknesses are and what your strengths are, and then you just double down on your weaknesses for the next year.
I think
Focus
like
on them.
the like using January 1st as a kick up the arse is great. And that's amazing, but just try to continue that through the year. Try to like go in and have your New Year's resolution being like, I'm going to help myself level up through the whole year. Because that would be like the best resolution to have. Like, did I say that? Best resolution to have?
Yeah.
And then you know, like use that and then know that this whole year you can like use that as the initial fire in your belly and then keep going, you know?
I want to continue with what you said about like, you know, like work your weaknesses out and then
double
on those.
down.
But like at the same time, but like
Yeah,
just accept that you have weaknesses, and like if you suck at something, and you feel like you're never going to get better, well, don't worry about it. Like, focus on your strengths and get better at what you're good at.
Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I do. Because, like, I think, like, realistically, 20% of life is really good and happy and fun. It's easy. The majority of life is hard and difficult and sucks half the time. So if you don't work out the way is the best, go through that part of life and where you need to improve to put that into your 20%, you'll always be stuck over here thinking that everything's bad and everything's hard and everyone's working against you. Whereas you might just need to focus a bit more into one area to then improve. And
it's an interesting concept because I have heard like at school, like in the general school system, it's, you know, trying to be equally good at everything. So if you've got someone that struggles at science and they're amazing musically, you're still, you know, having to like, I feel like and I feel like it's still like an environment of like, okay, study much harder on science so you can get your grades up. Like that is sort of the concept, and I've heard
Doesn't make sense, but
it's like,
why?
Well, I mean, I think that like that's the argument that people say. Would it be better to focus on your strengths and cultivate your strengths? And if we had a society of everyone cultivating their own unique strengths, then that would be more of a contribution rather than everyone trying and forcing and spending so much energy on something that they're maybe not naturally gifted at. But at the same time, I think you can, like, hard work trumps talent.
That's food for thought.
Yeah.
Food for thought.
Food for thought.
Yeah, I reckon. Change the school system. It sucks. It's rubbish.
We're not getting into that. He won't start talking.
And if my English teacher is listening from year 10, why you gave me a D on my school certificate, I'll never know.
Still
I was good
mad.
at English.
Still mad.
Still mad.
Still
man.
mad.
Still
But
mad.
how-
We're not letting it go.
Band 6s and 7s in the NAP plan, it's year 10 school certificate, a D. I'm having questions
Cop
about it
out.
later on in life.
Yeah,
But like
so.
you come out now and it's like, look how good you're like doing, and I think that's like a reminder of like, I mean, sometimes one
doesn't
stupid
matter.
opinion from somebody doesn't, you know, but it still sucks. Like that hurts, you know, when you get ripped off.
Yeah. Oh, it's just showed me that well, it stops you going into certain jobs. Like it hindered me when I wanted to go into the army. It was like straight refusal, paramedicine and all that. Like as soon as they see that, there's that mark where you've got to do a course before you can go do the actual course. But I haven't really needed it besides just being out in the world, I guess. Work experience, actual real life experience is probably more beneficial.
Way more beneficial.
Yeah, I think the world's turning that way too. You know, I think, I don't know, there's a million ways to get to where you want to go.
I just can't believe it's 2023.
Well, I mean, not yet. It's not.
Just
What are you talking about?
It's New Year's Eve, guys.
New Year's Eve.
At 10:25 a.m.
Yeah.
That's
So
what Queensland time.
Queensland time too. Cause
We should have done an
holidays.
episode on reflecting.
Yeah.
It's been shambles.
Because that would have
It's
been.
been all over the show.
Reflecting on our year. No.
Oh,
But we still would have said Happy New Year because it's coming live in the new year.
Yeah, I know, but then he wouldn't have.
we're just lucky we didn't do one on couples and relationships because that. To be honest, everyone could have been entering 2023.
Single.
New single, new me.
Yeah.
Everyone could have been, yeah.
Don't get a boyfriend. It's a try.
Yeah.
Celebrates our 4 years yesterday and then breaks up today. No.
That would be a new year, new you, but it would be. That's the definition right
That's
there.
going against
It would be a lot. It would be a lot of tears.
Oh,
Anyways,
sad.
let's wrap this up before it goes way
How
off
do you
track.
know?
We
How
are
long is
at 23 minutes. I think
Short
that's
episode.
pretty
It's
good.
gonna go wild if we keep
I
talking.
was
Yeah.
like worried. I'm like, man, we got to talk for 25 minutes.
It
and then
actually
we just
went real
that
quick.
was a breeze, bro.
Yeah. It was pretty
Jackson's
good.
like,
Bring
I'm
me out
gonna
again.
be a
I reckon we
podcast.
got this.
I reckon we could do another one.
Bro,
if
let's
we
start
picked
our
it.
own. Let's go up against them.
Oh, bro, pierced off partners.
Let's go.
Let's do it. Yeah, let's go. And
I
we-
really
and-
need to end this before it goes way out of control.
Depending on whether I don't know if I'm gonna have him back on because he was a pain. But
Hold up. I like to think I'm a delight. Thank you very much.
we thank you for joining us again in the new year.
Yes, thanks for being with us this year. It has been a roller coaster. Well, last year, I should say, because of when this is going live. But yeah, thank you for coming along this journey.
Yeah, it has
With
been
us.
a roller coaster every year.
Definitely.
Anyway.
We're gearing up for a big 2023. We hope you stick around and join us and
Let us know
Yeah.
what you thought of this
set up.
The dynamic.
The
What do you
dynamic.
reckon?
Yeah.
different to usual, but it's always great to start off the new year with a twist. So
Yeah.
good luck with your, I guess, beginning of the year. But yeah, remember to change you know, always up level whenever you want. Don't just wait for one day.
Exactly. All right, bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much for listening in.
There's absolutely no pressure to do this, but if you're happy to share the podcast with your friends or on your socials and tag us at Pierced Off Pod, that would be amazing.
You can also leave us a stellar 5-star review on whatever platform you're listening on if you're feeling extra motivated today. It really does help us out so much, but ultimately, we are just beyond grateful that you're here.
You are also more than welcome to come and hang out with us on our other socials. All of our links are in the description.